everybody. It's Sunday, and we're about to start week 5. It's me down in the corner. I'm sick. So let's go into Canvas and go over the material that we need to go over for week 5. The next couple of weeks, I think that in this course, the most difficult week is week 5. You've got a lot of assignments due. So let's look at the calendar and see what we have cooking here. Um, You can see in week 5, you have your case study discussion, and it's a little different. This discussion post, as I've mentioned in several different postings, is going to be a topic of discussion that is involving current uh, women's health issues. You're going to teach us about it, and students in the past have really done an outstanding job on teaching us about Zika virus and other issues that are current health trends related to women's health. So that post is going to be due Wednesday. There is no SOAP note due this week, so I take that pressure off of you a little bit. Paper number 2 is due on the 12th, as are your response posts. So I know you're really busy. Most of you have jobs and families, and you're in graduate school and doing clinicals all at the same time. It's very overwhelming. However, the best way to be successful is to stay ahead of the game and stay organized. Don't wait until the 11th to work on those things. Get that stuff all done ahead of time. All my notifications are coming up now. And stay ahead of the game. Also, um, you're really going to be behind the 8 ball if you are not looking at your announcements and emails. I think that it's really important for you to um, check your email and announcements daily. Only takes a few minutes, especially now with smartphones. There are programs you can set onto your phone so that it makes it so much easier. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me. I think that you know by now if I haven't emailed you back within an hour or two, in all likelihood, I didn't get it. Also, when you're emailing me, it's best to email me using a new email. Don't reply or hook on to someone else's question because the way Outlook is now 365, those emails become one long thread and you can get lost in the thread. So the best way to get in touch with me is through email. Send me a new email. Don't hook on to someone else's email because I may miss it. And then again, if I have not responded to you within a couple of hours, email me again or send me a text because I generally am on top of the game with that. Because I also am very busy, so I have to stay one step ahead also. Now, when you're writing your paper, this paper, uh, keep keep it focused that the 3 of these papers are interrelated and connected. So paper 1 flows into paper 2 and paper 2 flows into paper 3. So they do need to have that connection. Work on your structure. And I know that perhaps some of your professors didn't have the same expectations, but I really do strongly believe that writing a paper using appropriate APA format is really an important piece to being a master's prepared nurse. So I'm going to be much more diligent in going through your papers to look at your formatting this time. Now we have our midterm exam on the 18th. And again, I have been told that some professors in the past left it open for 2 days or 3 days or even a week. And that's really not the way that it's supposed to be done. In fact, the university would really like it if we could assign a time and everybody would be required to do it at that time. Uh, it's not gotten to that point now. However, I do require that the exam be done. Oh, this is going to drive me wacky. On the 18th. I open it early in the morning and close it late at night. Now, I understand that life goes on and sometimes people uh, are going to be on vacation or it's their daughter's birthday or something. So, but it has to be an extreme circumstance. In an extreme circumstance, I will schedule your exam on a different day. However, that's the exception and not the rule. I really don't like to do that. I don't want to open up any possibility to give anyone an unfair advantage or an unfair disadvantage. So um, the exam will be on Saturday, the 18th. You get 60 minutes for the exam, and that should be plenty of time. The standard is a minute a question, and this is actually giving you a little bit more. The questions are not that difficult. Um, what I mean, because the questions are difficult, they aren't that complex. I've had exams before where they were involved case study questions where it probably took you 3 minutes just to read the question, let alone um, think about the answer. So I allotted more time for that. So I definitely think that 60 minutes is enough. Now, studying. I'm going to offer an optional study session on the 14th, which is a Tuesday at 7 p.m. More information to follow. This is going to be optional, as I said, but students have found it very successful in the past. We use Adobe Connect to have this informal study session, and you need to do what you can to strive for success. And the exams are difficult. Online uh, courses are difficult. There's a lot involved in them. Um, as a student, I think I probably prefer, there's disadvantages and advantages to both of them, right? You get the advantage of doing it in your time, but then again, the expectations are a little bit higher because you're not listening to a lecture in the classroom. So, anyway, um, again, please make sure that you check into the announcements every week and look at your emails. I've gotten some inquiries this week that um, could have been answered if you had looked at the um, videos. And I know that this is format's not perfect for everybody, but as a whole, I have found that students really like it, and um, I hope that this is useful to you, and I hope that study session is useful to you. So I'm going to sign off for this week, and um, I wish you the best of luck as you prepare for this week's upcoming assignments. Have a good evening.